your guys' audio, dropping the curtain. You guys are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Orange County Championship Wrestling presents the Royal Ramble. And here's your host, the man who checked his email spam folder in hopes of getting some canned meat, Jonathan Malice.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Royal Ramble, Orange County Championship Wrestling's flagship show on its flagship station, the Free Admission Channel. And for those of you not in the know, the gentleman sitting to my left is known the world over, from Alaska to Zaire and all points in between, as the Irish Juggernaut. He is a former Orange County Championship Wrestling heavyweight champion, and he is currently, like the rest of us, locked down. As we observe our social distancing, please allow me to welcome Mr. Mikey O'Shea. How you doing, Mikey? Let's give it up for Mikey O'Shea, ladies and gentlemen. Yay.
It's been a while, but it's good to see everybody once again.
Mikey, it's really good to see you. You know, it's funny. I actually saw an episode because I have DVR time now, right? I was able to watch an episode of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and I saw you in the ring with two cats. Can you give us a little bit what's up with that?
Yeah, I made my return on television at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood back in January. I took on these two dudes from up north, Steven Tarrasso and Steven Cesario, and another gentleman who unfortunately I cannot remember the name of at this Kita. His name is Kita.
Kita Acidosis?
No.
Okay.
But they both came from up north. Wonderful, wonderful human beings. They feel like a backpack when I'm throwing them around.
Yep.
The funny thing was, I wasn't originally booked on that show because somebody else was supposed to be there, but he didn't show up. So I'm like, hey, I got my gear. Okay, cool, great. I'm making my return back to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood after 6 godforsaken years.
Godforsaken? Hey, you spent 6 years with us there. Yeah.
No, 5 years.
Okay.
I made my debut with you January.
I'd like to think that they weren't completely godforsaken.
No, just my absence from Championship Wrestling. That's all.
I see. Okay.
I'm not saying like being here was community service or anything like that. Is that what you thought I was saying?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Community service.
But yeah,
who said anything about community service?
it was nice to be back. And recently, after that, I had a 6-man tag, and the funny thing was, it was the same two people I faced. We teamed up that same show.
I saw that. And the next episode, I saw you guys as a team against Fat Robin Shaw?
Family Farm. That's what they're called. It was with
Fat
Robin
Farm.
Shaw. Gosh, I can't remember these guys' names at the moment because I'm having a brain fart. But yeah, we had a 6-man tag. The funny thing was, they weren't originally supposed to be my tag team partners. I had 2 other cats, but they didn't show up. I'm like, I was looking at the book rats. I'm like, dude, give me those guys. This would be fun because, we didn't work well together, and now we got to work well together.
Yeah, you guys were very professional.
Steven Cesario, fortunately, he had a superiority complex, so he tried to take over the tag team match, and we kind of almost had it won despite our miscommunications, but at the very end, he tried to shove me around, tell me to get out of the ring. I'm like, okay, I'll get out of the ring.
Didn't you leave them in there by themselves to get their asses whooped?
I left him by himself.
That's right.
Because Kita actually joined up with me because I finally had enough of this crap.
Fair enough.
Like, dude, learn to communicate. That's
hey, Mikey O'Shea's mom is currently watching. Hey, Mrs. Mikey O'Shea.
That makes sense.
Just want to tell you, I love your memes, especially the one about the face mask.
Oh God!
I hope you're doing well while your mom's a nurse, yeah?
She's not a nurse. She's a
healthcare worker.
She works as a marketer.
Okay, so she's in the medical business, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, keep up the good work. We're still breathing thanks to people like you. Okay, in the interest of social distancing and staying locked down, I am certainly not going to insinuate that one JBD is ill or having to stay away or under quarantine, but he is choosing to send us his intrepidness from the confines of his warm, cozy trailer. So he had to stay home and change the wheels on the house today, so he wasn't able to make it in to the palatial estate known as Della O Trading Center. So here with his What's Up in the world of wrestling is Mr. JBD. How you doing, JBD? JBD.
The wrestling news.
There we go.
So, I'm currently at Casa del Davidson due to the current COVID-19 scare, but I will be back to you real soon, and I apologize to everybody there that I cannot be there. But for now, let's get into the wrestling action. So,
Talk
for the
about
first
that
story, basically, Ronda Rousey went out onto an interview, and she spoke about wrestling as a whole and her experience with the WWE and her experience with the locker room, and she called wrestling fake fighting. Fake fighting. And she claimed that the fans were ungrateful for the way that she was perceived and the way they treated her when she was with the company. Basically, this gave her a lot of heat with a lot of female wrestlers and with the fans as a whole, because you don't talk about how grateful or ungrateful a fan is. And basically, Alexa Bliss was one of the wrestlers to speak out against her, because Alexa Bliss sustained a concussion that nearly ended her career and put her out for a number of months. And basically, during her match with Ronda Rousey, she sustained said concussion. And Nia Jax has also spoken out against Ronda Rousey. And basically, this is where it gets kind of interesting, because Nia Jax has heat of her own due to her injuring female wrestlers as well. And a key example of this is during Monday night's match, her Monday Night Raw matchup against Kairi Sane. So she had Kairi Sane in a double hand choke slam, a double hold choke slam position, and she threw her back first into the turnbuckles to where Kairi Sane's back of Kairi Sane's head struck the turnbuckle pad and basically gave her like a little bit of a whiplash. And there was no serious injury to be reported yet, but that was a very careless way to handle it, and I don't know if she should be speaking out against any other talent if that's the case. So that's it for that first story. Next story. So WWE has recently released a good amount of talent, and there is one more name that's been added to it. Cassius Ohno. So Cassius Ohno, formerly known as Chris Hero in CZW and Ring of Honor, has been released by the WWE. His last stint was in the WWE NXT UK brand, where he basically played a villain and like a Yankee American villain, speaking out against British strong style and claiming to be able to do it better. And it's so sad to see him go along with the other talent, but hopefully he's on to bigger and better things.
Oh, he will. Obviously.
And that's it for the news, but I want to say one thing. So during this time, a lot of wrestlers don't have bookings, and the one main way to show your support for wrestlers is buy t-shirts, message them, let them know that they're doing well. Make sure you get shirts from Gustin Uberstud, Joey Barone, Luis Tapia, and much more. Keep the guys up. All right, that's it for the news. I'm JBD, and I'm all you need.
What was the last thing he said?
He's JBD, and he's all you need. Have you not been paying attention to your former show?
There's one thing I actually am disappointed at our last show was I didn't get the chance to wrestle him in that battle royal. He literally got eliminated right before I got in there.
Well, so, yeah.
I didn't get enough of JBD.
Jack Bruce Davidson.
So I look forward to that one day, Mr. Davison. But yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked about Cassius Ohno. I had no idea. I thought he had like some sort of backstage role for NXT at this point. Last time I ever heard any dirt sheets, but like I remember this one time not too long ago, they were actually teasing him and Cesario getting back together as a tag team at NXT, but nothing that ever came out of that. But that was I was kind of shocked I didn't know he was still there, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, well, you hear about all these people being let go, and there's people that you didn't know that they were there. So obviously you expect them to be gone.
Like I didn't know Epico and Primo were still there. I thought they lost their job a long time ago.
Yeah,
but
I never heard of them. So there you go. But, okay, Mikey O'Shea. We have come to the point in the show known as wrestling. Was it digital wrestling? That's right. Mikey O'Shea heard about our new feature in which, well, last week it was Robert who had, was it Lex Luger versus Doink the Clown?
This goes after the
Okay, Robert's trying to talk to us.
This goes after the other segment where you play a match and you guys commentate.
So Robert, clearly what Robert is actually saying is that he's not ready for that yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, well, first I want to give a shout out to all the people who are watching, all right? Maybe not all the people. I want to give a shout out to Brian Chansey, who's watching us on YouTube because he's probably had enough of the Facebook politicizing of this COVID. I want to give a shout out to Nora Ortega, who's watching. Ricky Almanara is watching. Roxy Martinez is watching. What's up, Rocco? Let's see. Colleen Hardman. Oos. And let's see. Anyone you know watching?
Bill Chu. Hey, Bill. Good to hear from you.
Bill Chu. John Davis, my old powerlifting friend, has tuned in momentarily. Good to see you, John Davis. Let's see who else is watching.
Tap Out Tapia is watching.
Luis Tap Out Tapia is watching. We're waiting for you to come down. We're waiting for you to come down and say hi. Right now, we have Jessica Sky Landau is watching. Fancy Nancy, who will not stop asking me when the show is going to be on and who's going to be on. You're just going to have to tune in from now on, Fancy Nancy. Art Ramos is watching. Yes, Mrs. O'Shea, we are 6 feet apart. It doesn't look like that because the camera adds 25 pounds, and 25 pounds to Mikey, 25 pounds to me, brings us about 2 feet closer, only looking. But yes, we are fine.
When did she say this?
Are you watching? Yeah, she said it. Oh, she's sending me a private text like she usually does this time of night, Mike. Anyway.
Not to rain on JBD. I also there is also another piece of wrestling
Okay, let's
news.
hear it.
It was announced this week, but it happened back on April 12th. The passing of Joe Pedicino.
Oh, big God! I thought he would have passed away a lot sooner.
No, Joe Pedicino.
That's sad. Bonnie Blackstone's husband.
Bonnie Blackstone's husband. They created the Global Wrestling Federation,
Sure.
which was on the ESPN in the 90s. He was part of WCW for a little while, I believe, as well. He was very successful at pro wrestling for a long time, and Global was responsible for a lot of people's start career. That's where X-Pac got his start as the Lightning Kid.
X-Pac. Del Wilkes was there.
Yep, Del Wilkes, the Patriot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences
Harlem Heat got their start there too.
Who?
Harlem Heat.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
My condolences to the Pedicino family and friends. He did provide a lot of us real hardcore wrestling fans with an alternative, albeit brief, but it was a really cool thing. Axel Rotten was there too, wasn't it? Axel or Ian Rotten?
Axel was there for a while. Yeah, there was a
it was a
lot
really
of
cool
people
show. I just wish it would have
there.
gained
Gary
some
Hart,
traction.
As quick as Wrestling Society X?
Was that 4 episodes?
I think they actually had 12. I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I remember that. But that was pretty cool too. But I really liked the Global Wrestling Federation.
I miss wrestling on MTV.
Yeah.
MTV was fun. Like Sunday Night Heat, Tough Enough, even Wrestling Society X for like that 1 minute. Like,
well, here's something you may know, but you didn't experience, was the war to settle the score. When Cyndi Lauper brought along Hulk Hogan in her battle with Roddy Piper and Lou Albano. That was actually, it was on MTV. It was really cool. So it was the first nationwide broadcast of professional wrestling since the Dumont Network had it.
Where the whole rock and wrestling connection
Yeah,
happened.
that's when it started. Roddy Piper slapped Cyndi Lauper upside the head. Okay, we're going to go to a match sent to us by the folks at Lucha Pro. That's right, the folks at Lucha Pro, who are also on lockdown in wonderful uptown East LA. Or is it South Central LA? You wrestled in that facility.
East LA, I believe.
Okay.
It's right off the 110. Is that East
Florence
LA?
Avenue.
That's South Central.
South Central.
Okay. Let's have it. Okay, as you can see, your friend and mine, the legendary king of yummy, Gustin Thunder Uberstein.
Now, that ring, let me just say, that's literally one of my most favorite rings of all time. Not because it's 14 by 14, or
So you don't have to run so far to hit the ropes.
no, I kid you not. They have the best ropes out of all the ropes I've ever felt. Like, they're using something different for those ropes. It's not actual rope. It's not.
Is it cable?
It's I believe it's cable, but like no matter how, like it's comfortable bouncing off those ropes.
I see.
Like I felt like all different kinds.
Oh, jeez. There's your favorite part there, Lex. We're gonna have to call him Glutsten Uberstewed.
It's not comfortable hanging upside down from those ropes, so I'll say that because that's happened to me.
Was that Hector? Yeah, that's Hector.
That's Hector.
Hector Canales.
I didn't know Hector got a mask.
I think he just wears it to the ring. I don't think he actually wrestles in it, does he?
I don't believe so.
I can't believe I've known Hector for 12 years now. The first time I ever met Hector was actually when we had a wrestling school here back in 2008.
Right.
This was before, like, he was in good shape, but he wasn't, like, freaking shredded. That's when he actually...
His tag team partner, Val...
Valentine.
Yeah. He was cool guy, too. Really cool people, both of them.
Viper Valentine.
Val Viper. Yeah. You know what? They were both a joy to work with, too.
They were.
They were just fantastic all the way around. Very professional, very friendly.
Super easy.
Yeah,
Super
just
easy.
good people. So, Hector, if you're still in the wrestling business after all this, give me a call. We'd be more than happy to have you.
I haven't seen Val in a long time, though. He comes on and off, but haven't seen him wrestle since 2014.
Yeah. He's a big...
He came down that one time for
He wrestled for us, yeah. He's a big bodybuilder into the fitness and such now, so I think he might have a different... Look at that. Glutsten Uberstewed, no matter where he goes, he packs them in. I don't think I've ever seen Lucha Pro that busy. Have you?
I've been there a long time, man. They can sell that place out.
Yeah?
And I've been there when they only had like 5 people.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Lucha Pro. It was a place renting them out. We did a show.
Glutsten making sure the referee checks every nook and cranny.
We did a show last September. I forgot. We only did one show. I already forgot what the show was called. But like the dude rent out Lucha Pro. He rent out the ring and everything, and he promoted for like a week. And when we got there was like maybe 5 legit people paid.
Yeah, I've been to shows
I still
like
got
that.
my money, and I got like free tacos and a T-shirt out of it. So like it was a fun night. I just felt bad, that
for the
he
promoters,
didn't
yes.
do a good job promoting. Oh God.
Oh my.
This is where we're heading. If he's wearing the purple or pink.
So it's the peacock versus the flamingo.
Oh God. He's probably wearing the purple or pink.
The real man trunks.
Trunks.
Yeah. The El Chido.
Robert, we can, if we could get to the action, because I can see our numbers dwindling as we speak. Okay. Well, look at this.
Yep. Okay.
So
This is Spanky versus Sexy.
Spanky versus Sexy. Which one is sexy, Mikey?
Probably Hector,
The ref.
because Goose is all about Spanky.
Spanky and yummy and whatnot. I got you.
I remember when Hector was the MPW Women's Champion.
Oh, he was the women's champion, huh?
Hector was?
Yeah.
When was the
This was, I think, back before 2012.
Okay, because the women's champion wasn't there anymore when I started working for them.
Well, it looks like they're fighting over the referee.
This was back when they were still in Simi at the Boys and Girls Club.
He is a handsome devil, I must admit, but is it the belt he's wearing? It could be. The ref looks very uncomfortable, according to Kent Nurhouse, and I'd have to agree. I get a little bit uncomfortable watching this with a bunch of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
So Gooston, I believe, was a 2-time Lucha Pro champion. Hector took it from him, and then Gooston took it back.
Well, so I think that without spoiling anything, I think this is Gustin's initial Lucha Pro reign. Ken Nurhouse seems to think that these guys are hot. All right, well, Ken, this is 2020. We've been locked in, and I'm not saying they're not.
Well, I can only imagine how much emails and messages that Hector gets on a regular basis. Like,
Can you imagine?
Like,
Both. Yeah.
Can you sell me your sweaty trunks? When I did that SmackDown match that one time, I actually got my first legit message from somebody on Facebook.
So how much did you get for your trunks?
You know, I probably could have made a lot of money.
Yeah.
He was asking for what I was wearing underneath my singlets when I wrestled American. What's the tag team? American Alpha.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I could have made like a good Benjamin or two, but I actually had respect for my clothes more than I did for the money.
Well, they would have gotten plenty of usage, I'm sure.
You know, wrestlers, go ahead, make that money. It's just not me, man.
No, I feel you.
It's just not me. Yeah, I can only imagine what Goostin goes through on a regular basis.
Goes through or is party to?
Gets messages just like heck, you know what I mean?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Yeah, right. You know what? I got to admit, I like the suspenders on his wrestling shorts. I mean, that's a good idea because you never know when you're gonna lose the elasticity in the waistband. Yes, yeah.
The funny thing back in the day at Lucha Pro, two things. Oh wait, never mind. Here we go.
Okay, so the lockup. They're interlacing their fingers.
Was he kissing his cheek?
I think it's hilarious because it's usually
Cameraman, you did not do a good job. I think he was kissing his cheek.
it's usually Gusto who makes the other guy look a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, maybe Hector's just a little more aggressive than Gustin is used to, huh?
Wait, here we go. Wait, we got 4 seconds left. Is there a part 2?
All right, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first half of the Gustin Uberstüd.
If you want more of that action, make sure you buy the premium membership.
We're out of time, like in the 80s. Remember when they would have like WWF or NWA Worldwide? And it'd be like, we're out of time!
Every
if you want to watch the rest of that match,
episode
make
of
sure you go on
UWF.
OnlyFans.com.
So, at this moment, right now, Mikey O'Shea, what's that?
Oh, God.
Mikey O'Shea is going to take the Wrestling Challenge.
Oh, God.
That's right. Tonight's match, not a Royal Rumble. We don't have all night.
Okay, this is a good old-fashioned Super NES?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. LJN. Oh, man. The controls are going to be wacky. What do I do?
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone knows that Mikey O'Shea has a proclivity for video games, both new and old school. So what he's going to do here is
What do I do?
Can you help him out, Robert?
Do I push?
He's going to choose.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
He's going to choose.
Difficulty 1.
No, I can do one.
The
Ric Flair.
The controller the controls are already going to be.
Is there Ricky Steamboat?
No. That was a.
I had this game actually.
Oh, wow.
No. We did that guy last week. You had to do someone else.
No. I just like the fact that they named him by his first WWF
Yes, the
name.
narcissist. We talked about that last week. Have you not been tuning in? Randy Savage, Mr. Perfect,
There we go.
the Underwear Taker. All right,
The Underwear Taker.
Undertaker takes on all. This is a Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here all night.
Nah, we won't.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do my best to call the action. And with a little help, Ric Flair and The Undertaker circle each other and they get right to it. Punches, kicks. Mike O'Shea
Big
body
slam
slams.
by the Undertaker. And here comes
And
Jake,
That wasn't 2 minutes.
Jake the Snake is in the ring now. Oh,
That's Randy
was
Savage,
perfect.
isn't it?
Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect joins the fray. Boy, this was a really cool
No.
game. Bret Hart is in the ring. He whips.
Crap, how do I grab? I forgot.
and here comes.
All right, now we have Tatanka in.
Buffalo.
All right, Mikey O'Shea is getting his ass whooped.
I'm not getting my. What?
He's running from everybody,
I think
missing
I'm
his
the-
drop kicks.
I think I'm
We're
the
gonna just call
commentator
the
on the
Undertaker
left.
Mikey O'Taker.
How do I grab? I know
Grab somebody. Oh, he
Punch.
punched him in the mouth. Okay, Mikey O'Shea throws Mr. Perfect
into
into
the
the
ropes.
turnbuckle. It's a back and forth struggle for the Undertaker, the Taker O'Shea.
Take her. Take
All right, and they're exchanging chokes.
I remember getting blisters over this game.
Yeah, I'm sure it was the game. Is that what you told your mama was, Mrs. O'Shea? Yeah, that's where those blisters came
You
from.
nasty person.
It's funny. The Undertaker's face looks more like Jake the Snake than Jake the Snake does.
And
Okay, that's Randy Savage, I think.
No, that's pretty Jake.
I'm trying to.
Is it? Okay.
Why am I losing health? I'm beating them.
Because
Stamina.
you're in a
Stamina.
battle royal, man. You gotta start throwing people out.
Okay, I can kick. I know how to punch. How do I grab again? I
Oh,
forgot.
for crying out loud!
Hey, producer, how do I grab?
I don't know. The games.
Okay.
Oh, get out of here.
You're Mr. Super Video Game. If this were Final Fantasy VII, you would know.
This is a Super NES game made by LGN.
Oh! Someone goes... Mr. Perfect has been
Mr.
eliminated.
Perfect has-
Mikey
and
O'Taker still in
That
the
was
fray.
Beverly Brothers?
I'm trying to.
Crush.
Oh, I can
Oh,
run.
it's
Okay,
Crush.
there we go.
Kona Crush.
Kona Crush.
And he threw someone out already.
Yoko.
That is a small Yoko.
Yoko Ono?
Oh,
Oh, Yokozuna. I gotcha. All right. Oh, an atomic drop.
Shawn Michaels.
The most overrated wrestler in the history of overrated
Suplex.
wrestlers.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Now throw out the
Suplex. Okay, yeah.
throughout the greatest wrestler ever.
I'm
Come on,
trying to.
Mikey. Let's see what you got. Don't suplex him back
I'm
into the
try- I
ring.
am li-
Come on, Mikey O'Shea. You can do this. Pick him up.
How do I pick him up?
I don't.
I'm trying to understand the controls.
Okay, folks. Who do you have your money on? I want you to Kentner House. Send me in. Do you think Mikey O'Shea is going to win this battle royal? All of
This
you.
was
he got choked
WWF.
Brian Chansey, who's going to win? I want you to send in
choked by the
who you
Undertaker.
think is
If
going
this
to
was
win this.
WWF No
We've got
Mercy
Yokozuna,
or
Ric Flair,
frickin'
Tatanka,
WrestleMania
Kona
2000,
Crush,
and- oh no! Okay, good.
and let's see. Oh, look at that. Tatanka eliminates Ric Flair? Yes. And in comes Razor Ramon. Razor
Ramon.
Cabron.
Get out.
Yeah.
It didn't really work. I don't think the Yokozuna's that weakened yet. Big
Mikey
suplex.
keeps suplexing people. I don't think if
Suplex City, bitch.
Mikey O'Taker understands the idea of a battle royal is to throw the guy out of the ring, not into the ring.
I don't know how.
Mikey O'Taker.
Drop kick from the Undertaker. So
Oh, and
I'm trying to throw him out. You see that?
Oh, just got thrown out.
Oh my god.
Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase.
you know what? I'm going to put my money on Ted DiBiase. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going with Ted DiBiase.
I'm waiting
He's
for the
going to win
narcissist.
this battle
Yoko
royal.
just got back body drop. Just
There we
got
go, narcissist. There we go.
Yoko just got back body drop by Razor Ramon out of the ring.
Oh.
Yoko is dead. If he actually flipped out like that in the ring, he would have. Yeah, his career would have been done.
Oh, there goes Shawn Michaels.
This is
Via
Most
Ted
overrated wrestler in the
DiBiase.
history of overrated wrestlers has been eliminated.
who Yoko?
No, Shawn Michaels. Oh, Mikey doing the Larry Zbyszko, letting everyone beat on each other.
I wonder if I just don't do anything, it'll actually heal up my stamina. See how you do that, Razor? God damn it!
Oh, wow, we're down to 4. Mikey O'Shea has hung in the whole time. Who's that in the white shorts? Is that Rick Rude?
That's narcissist. That's Lex Luger.
What? He has a mustache.
I swear.
I don't think
Everybody looks like they have a mustache in this game. I think that's actually
that's...
Mal.
Mikey, you have to throw him over the top rope.
I am trying. I don't know the damn.
Come on, Mike.
I am trying. See, look, I just tried, and now I'm being choked.
Elise Gonzalez is watching. Kaylee Madrano is watching.
Oh,
Hello,
no.
ladies. Miss you both. Can't wait to see you.
Razor, a big splash on the Undertaker.
The love of my life is watching. Babes, glad you're watching.
Come on, you son.
$1 Million Dream on Lex
Uh-oh.
Luger.
God bless it.
However, everyone is watching Mikey O'Shea and just prove what a tough guy he is by lasting through all these legends, world champions, Hall of Famers.
And
And
Lex
he
Luger.
keeps and
I
Lex
keep
Luger.
throwing him on me. Oh, gee.
Oh, there's down to the last
Down to
3.
three.
It's Undertaker O'Shea
get up.
and Ted DiBiase, and that's, I guess, Lex Luger. A drop kick from Luger misses as he chokes the... And look at Bobby Heenan is losing his mind out there. Everybody's missing drop kicks except Mikey O'Shea. Oh, and Ted DiBiase knocks them both down. Take it home, Mikey. Take it home.
I'm trying.
Come on.
What's that guy's name that gives us bad reviews?
Oh, that dipshit. What's his name? Andrew Pacina?
Better not catch him reviewing your missing drop kicks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, -5 stars for sure for me.
Yeah. Well, it's okay for what it was.
It's okay for what it was. Yeah. Hey, I lasted. To be fair, nobody could play this game properly.
I did. I used to own this game.
Well, when you knew what
literally
it
and
was,
figuratively.
when you know what the controls were, yes. It's,
Oh my god.
Now, drop back body drop. No.
I'm trying to push the button. I don't even know how to grab yet.
All right, now it's down to Mikey O'Taker
No.
and Lex
I said my
Luger.
money was on Luger. I said that.
Okay.
Get up. Get up.
Oh, he drops an elbow.
I'm breaking a sweat on that.
Get him, Mikey. Oh, good. Now, I think you can pin him when it's the last guy. Drops the elbow. Drops an elbow again. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mikey O'Taker.
They're grappling. They're jockeying.
Oh, you dropped him.
I swear.
Now, cover him. Good, good,
Trying to
good.
know the
Oh, Jesus. Good headbutt, Mike.
good headbutt.
Oh, and a suplex. Now, cover him.
I'm trying to cover him, damn
Now,
it.
push the arrow down. Push the arrow down. There you go. Oh,
Splash.
try it again.
I picked him up. I don't want you to pick you.
Yeah!
Yeah! Kiss
Mikey O'Shea eliminates one man and wins the OCCW WWF Royal Rumble Video Game Challenge.
The winner of the Royal Rumble,
Bro,
Mikey O'Taker.
PlayStation 4, that should have unlocked an achievement right there.
Congratulations, Mikey O'Shea. Thank you for coming on the show. I want to tell you thank you for your continued support of both the show and of the OCCW. Don't leave. We're going to bring you back for topics.
All right.
But right now we want to welcome our next guest. That's very good. I like that. But that was fun. Wow, Mikey O'Shea. Quite the video game slinger.
Oh,
Considering it took him about half an hour to for his victory. Good job, Mikey.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman joining us now is one half of the former two-time.
Whoa, let's not go there. Former tag team champion, sure.
Okay,
But
it's no longer a part of La Raza, as La Raza is no more. No se puede.
No se puede.
So Alexander Vega came on the show last night. Got a ton of high praise from the viewers and from myself. So we asked if he'd come back, and he agreed to come back, and we want to tell him
Quarantine
thanks.
has corrupted your minds.
Yeah, the quarantine has. Well, it's done more than that.
Well,
Yeah, my TV's worn out. It's
Wow.
like, yeah, jeez.
so is your hand, I hear, but I mean, that's a story for another day.
My hand is worn out.
Well, let's not go
I'm
there, John.
50 years old, bro. My hand's not going to wear out as fast as the rest. All right. You had a special something you wanted to talk about today. Let's hear it.
I did not have anything to talk about. What are you talking
You told
about?
me you were going to talk about.
About what?
All right.
You.
So let me ask you this.
That was after hours.
Okay. What do you think of the current layoffs that have befallen the WWE?
Well, that's you know what? I get why they do it. I'm not sure exactly. You know, the way they did it wasn't the best. I think it could have been done a lot nicer. From what I hear, they sent out the public message that we all got, and then individuals got phone calls therefore after. So, I mean, wasn't the nicest of ways, because we got who was, what's his name? Rockstar Spud? I don't know his WWE name.
Drake Maverick. He'll always be Spud to me.
Yeah, for me, he was Rockstar Spud, and I never got Maverick, but he even had a video that crying, saying how much he loved the opportunity. It was heartbreaking, and I'm gonna assume a lot of that was for everyone who got let go. It's not tough times. We're living in tough times.
And we talked about this briefly last week. And I tried to do some digging. I couldn't find much on it, but we talked about how the WWE is probably sitting on a lot of coronavirus. I don't want to say victims, but people who've had the coronavirus befall them. You have to remember that they are probably in the highest risk category of anybody, save healthcare workers. You have people who travel all over the world.
Right.
All right. Jammed in a tight backstage area.
Right.
Right. Walk through the ring, touching the fans, high-fiving. We'll go through they're in airplanes all the time. They go to these different parts of the world. I'm sure they've been to China. I'm sure they've been to, I'm sure Italy and all those places throughout Europe. And you haven't heard anything about it. So, that's another thing when you talk about transparency. I promise you that there's some pretty bad stuff. Can you imagine being sick from COVID-19 and then being let go by the WWE?
It's something that I wouldn't be surprised. From what I hear, there's a lot of allegations of them forcing people to go to work, even though coronavirus is,
because they're an essential business.
They're
apparently.
an essential business, and you know what? If a worker does not feel comfortable being in a situation, I think it would be very understandable for them to stay home.
Yeah,
and so
sure.
on. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. We don't know if these are clearly just allegations. Nothing has come be confirmed.
Yes, that's true.
So, you know.
Yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yes.
All right, so that's it. Enough about this coronavirus. Let's talk a little bit about the future of indie wrestling, all right, as you see it. Now, let's say it's 6 months from now.
Right.
We're able to put on shows again, all right? Alexander Vega is going to be a main eventer.
Well,
Where
obviously.
and against who?
Well, obviously here at OCCW, you know, I love OCCW. The fact that I know that this company will grow, continue to grow bigger and better. I know bigger venues are in store from what I hear from the grapevines. You know, you don't neither have to confirm nor deny that, but I hear that big things are coming. And I definitely see myself in with a Mikey O'Shea. Just as I saw him pass by, Mikey O'Shea is one of those wrestlers who I would love to get into a ring with. I've been in tag matches against Mikey. And tell me that it's the funnest. I know it's a hard-hitting competition. I get
Absolutely.
that. But definitely it's a great time to be in there with Mikey, having those hard-hitting matches. And I'm definitely seeing myself in the picture with Mikey, along with, might I add, you know, former partner of mine, if you will, but Vito Fratelli is another one that I just... You know, something about that gentleman, he's hard-hitting, he's a fighter, and I definitely would like to go one-on-one with Mr. Vito.
Yeah, the Massa Trolley tossing juggernaut known as Vito Fratelli. Yeah, he's definitely someone I want to see in the ring and get his comeuppance, definitely. Last week we talked about Freddie Flores,
Right.
all right, and your issues with him. Do you see yourself going back into the tag team fray and maybe making another run at the tag team titles?
But you know what? Never say never in this business.
Right.
If I get a partner who would be willing to team up with me and to fight this battle, you know what? It's always a possibility.
All right, very good. I like that's keeping your options open. Want to give a shout out to a few more people who've tuned in. Leah Wu is watching. Hello, Leah. Give a hi to Elizabeth and to Robert for me, and to Euclid. Johnny Vallis says the best wrestling video game is WrestleMania 2000 for Nintendo 64.
I agree, sir.
You know what? The best wrestling video game that I ever played, and I have not played them all. You know, I stopped right around, what was it, Monday Nitro, those video games and whatnot. But the best wrestling video game I ever, or the one I had the most fun, there was two. There was an arcade game called Wrestle War. I don't know if you guys remember that one. It was a Japanese one.
Those are still in arcades and bars. And
yeah.
such.
And the second one was on NES, the very first Nintendo. It was called Pro Wrestling, and it had King Slender. It had Starman, Ken Corn Karn.
And a winner is you.
And the winner is you. That's right. We had my friend Art Ramos, who's watching. He can attest. We would stay up till 4 a.m. playing those video games. Those were the most fun I've ever had with video games.
Mine would definitely be No Mercy.
No Mercy was a good one. Yeah, that was on N64. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. That was
I
a good
would
one.
say the WCW video game for the NES was a little bit under the radar because you could actually customize.
Was that the one with the Road Warriors on the cover?
I believe so.
Okay.
Because you can actually customize your movesets in there before Create a Wrestler was a thing.
Yeah.
But it was also funny because their big boss battle at the end, as it were, was definitely not Andre the Giant. It just looked like Andre the Giant as the giant machine.
My favorite WCW would be World Tour for some reason. I think because
that was a good one too.
There's the other one which is Revenge, but I didn't own that one. But I did own World Tour.
That's pretty cool.
Of all these fake, like Japanese wrestlers.
Well, we just walked right through my topics. I was going to say, we have come to the point in our show known as Topics, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Topics, where I will put a topic on the table. Our distinguished panel will have 1 minute to give its opinion on said topic. All right? So, for our first topic, which was wrestling video games, that's a pretty broad topic. It could be your favorite, your least favorite, what you'd like to see in a wrestling video game, whichever. And I want you guys to send in Kent Nurhouse. I know you're watching. Any of you guys are watching? Let me know what you would like to ask as a topic. So we're going to start with Mikey O'Shea on this topics. All right. If you could just pass him the mic there across the 12-foot distance there. All right. Mikey O'Shea. Our topic is wrestling video games. You have 1 minute and 1 minute. Go.
Well, the one thing that I sadly never had the chance to experience was when WWF bought WCW, they were already working on a new WCW video game for the upcoming PlayStation 2. They were going to call it Mayhem 2. You can actually go on YouTube and look at a bunch of clips where they actually were working
After
on
we're done with
the
the show.
models of Goldberg and Kevin Nash and Jeff Jarrett and Scott Steiner. They looked a little cartoonish, and I'm going to be honest, the game probably wasn't going to be the very best.
Very few things were very
because
good.
Backstage Brawls was already downhill as it is.
Right.
But
Oh,
that
God,
game
it's horrible.
ended up becoming the people that were making that game ended up making Def Jam Vendetta. So, although we lost WCW, we got something better. Which after Def Jam Vendetta, we had Def Jam Fight for New York, which was one of the best street fighting wrestling games that came out on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube.
Def Jam Vendetta. I'm gonna check that out. That
Oh
sounds
yeah, that's a
interesting.
good one. If you ever had the imagination of seeing two rappers fight in a weird alley and arena, you know, that's the one for you.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. No, I haven't, but I mean, all right. For our topic, wrestling video games, we're gonna go with Alexander Vega, and we have 1 minute. That's 01. I don't know what that is. Hubbard. Okay, there we go. 1 minute. Robert's really getting some new stuff going on, man. He's got it going on here.
Always.
Robert has a secret identity. He does not want his face seen on screen because his enemy. He wants to keep his loved ones safe from his enemies.
He's like the guy behind GTV.
Yes, as he keeps. I remember GTV. That was the attitude there. Huh? Even though I was a Nitro guy. Okay, for his comments on wrestling video games, we go to Alexander Vega.
Wrestling video games, I think, have a future that is very unknown now that 2K is no longer doing wrestling, I guess, as far as I know. So, where we can go from here, who God only knows, but I wish for an actual version of No Mercy. I know they're remaking video games over and over and over. I would love for them to make a remake of WWF No Mercy.
Okay.
On a
That
modern
was a good one.
platform. It is that great of a video game that I would play. It's the same mechanics, update the graphics, give me everything.
Yeah.
And I would love to play that game. I could probably go on and hours for that video game.
I actually
Can you imagine a
did play
modern
that
version
one.
of
Yeah.
Seth Rollins or something of that sort? That would be great because you could just run people to the back,
Yeah.
and I think it's the greatest wrestling video game ever made, bar none.
I did play that. Yeah, that was that indeed was the last wrestling
So,
video game playing.
modern version of that remake. Come on, people! Someone make it happen.
There we go. You heard it from Alexander Vega. Okay, now for the final voice on said topic, we go with Lex Icon.
Unfortunately, I never had some of the game consoles. I never had an N64, never had a GameCube, so I missed out on a lot of these games. I had a PS2, I had a regular Nintendo. One game that I thought was actually pretty good on PS2 was Backyard Wrestling. Now, see, I was in college in Pennsylvania when ECW was a thing before it became safe ECW before it went to TNN. Let's put it that way.
Back when it was extremely shitty wrestling.
Back when the fans would bring stuff for people to hit.
I hated ECW. Absolutely despised
I
it.
loved it because I was in the same area, but because I loved both things. I loved the hardcore, but I loved the technical stuff that sounded like Taz and Shane Douglas is still one of my favorite wrestlers to this day. So I would say Backyard Wrestling is one of my favorites. But I think there's a double-edged sword in the current wrestling video games. The double-edged sword meaning basically I love creating my own character, but it takes too darn long.
Yeah, I agree. It does.
Yeah, that's one thing that everyone was telling me. It takes too long. I go, it shouldn't take more than a couple of, because last time I created a wrestler, it took me like 2 minutes, and now
it wouldn't take you long, John, because
hairstyle, I get it.
With your head, you're the default.
Yes, I'm the default. Okay. All right. That's
Strong
it.
words from a strong man.
Why are you stealing my shit?
It's funny.
All right. Okay. Our next topic, right, is a topic that we're going to be revisiting. All right? It has been a topic for over a year now. On many longtime wrestling fans' minds, but we have some fresh opinions. We're going to have some fresh opinions. So I'm going to go to Mikey O'Shea first this time, right? Now, he is off camera. He's more than welcome to come on camera if you like, but I'm going to, the topic, should you choose to accept it, just grab that chair, Mike, right there. All right. AEW. AEW. All Elite Wrestling. And go.
I would like a job, please. I know I can make you a lot of money,
I agree.
and I know I can make you a lot of entertainment.
I agree.
But that's just my opinion, and what do I know? But anyway,
I agree.
I am glad that we have a alternative to WWE, along with Impact, along with Ring of Honor. The more wrestling shows out there, the better for everybody.
I disagree.
Plain and simple. Wait, disagree?
I disagree.
I think.
You get your turn.
I would love wrestlers to get more work, and the more out there, the more for people to enjoy wrestling. That's the way I look at it. Plain and simple. That's all I got.
You got 20 seconds, Mike.
Promote your shit.
It took me 2 hours to make a character on WWE 2K19. Wasn't that fun? That's all I got.
You got 5 seconds, Mike.
Give him a job. Give him a job. Give him a job.
Okay. Very good. All right. So you have Mikey O'Shea's opinion on AEW. For another opinion on AEW, we're going to go with Lex Icon, the icon of iconography.
AEW, to me, I enjoy it, and at the same time, I hate it. I think they have some wonderful talent in there. But the problem is they have a lot of top-tier talent, and then it just drops off. It's almost like they have no mid-carders, you know. Plus, there's some guys that I don't like, you know. I'm an old-school wrestling fan. I like to see guys sell moves.
Yeah.
I've seen people take a wonderful snap German suplex from Kenny Omega, which I think is a wicked move and looks great, but then stand right up from it.
Mm-hmm.
A dragon suplex in any way, shape, or form should not be stood up from, in my opinion. But on the other hand, they tell some great stories. I love the Inner Circle. Sammy Guevara is an amazing athlete and fun to watch. So I'm on the fence.
Good job with the timing.
All right, outstanding. All right, and for one more opinion, Johnny Vallis says AEW is genius and more entertaining than WWE. I would have to agree with that. He also said that AEW is more entertaining with the wrestlers in the crowd as the crowd to talk, smack, and interact. Sounds to me like Freddie Gabriel has hijacked Johnny Vallis' phone and is putting his sentence structure together.
Well, he's talking about while the lockdown's happening, they have the wrestlers around ringside.
I know
area.
what he's saying, but did you read that? Read that. It doesn't make any sense.
I can't read.
Alexander Vega,
Yeah, way to put him down.
for your opinion on AEW.
Bury the guy.
Go.
My opinion on AEW, just like Mikey
Robert.
was saying.
Go ahead.
Just like Mikey was saying, it's always good for there to be competition. Because when there's competition, that means they're forced to, do that, compete. WWE now, I feel, is a little bit more... I mean, we just seen it. We saw that Boneyard match. You know, they've had to think outside the box, and AEW is one of the reasons why. AEW's product as a whole, it's getting there. It's going to take some time for it to become something. Right now, it is sometimes, I feel, like a glorified indie show. No real structure behind it sometimes, and like Lex was saying, they don't sell. They don't use any psychology sometimes. I've seen the Lucha Brothers. I love them, and they're entertaining, but, I mean, psychology-wise, they shouldn't be getting up at certain moves. They should be doing this and that. But, I mean, it's just the beginning of it where they're still learning. They still have much, much more time to kind of learn how to produce television. So,
All right.
It's
Very
amazing.
good.
That's exactly who I was thinking of.
A very succinct opinion and a very hopeful opinion from Alexander Vega.
and hire Mikey.
And hire Mikey, yeah, because Mikey O'Shea, while he he not only is he a great wrestler, he is also a great ambassador for your company.
And he's darn cute.
I don't know where you get that from.
Have you seen him?
I think he's more ruggedly handsome than cute. Darn cute. He's
Well,
more
you called him
ruggedly
ruggedly handsome. That's on you. You know. I'm just
You
saying.
called him darn cute.
Man, what's wrong with that?
Well, what's wrong with ruggedly handsome?
It's a little kind of whatever.
I'm just saying
move
he's
on.
not. He's more of a
Let's
John.
agree to disagree.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for watching the Royal Ramble. We know that you have many options for your viewing time, and we appreciate you tuning in. I hope that you are all staying safe, that you are all staying well, more importantly, that you are all staying tuned. And I hope that all of you have all your bumps take place in the ring.